Hi everyone, so today I have Spellbinders' new Glimmer of the Month for September of 2022. It is the Thankful for You plate and die set. So these items were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So I did an unboxing video of all the different kits, but as you can see very simply here we have a plate, so again a foil plate. And it has like this little kind of diamond shape in it. And then we have the die that would then cut that right on the edge, which is really nice. And then we have the plate that says, I am thankful for all you do, plus some little berries. And then we have like flowers that are also a plate, and then you can cut it out. And then leaves that are also a plate that you can cut out. And then, of course, every month they come with a new Glimmer foil roll. I believe this month is copper. I think this is the right one. It doesn't really say on here. So I might have grabbed, I think it's copper. It looks a little more browny. But generally, every month it comes with a roll. If you are buying, let's say, like on a sale and it's like an older Glimmer set, it's just going to be the plates and the dies. They do not include the foil. Okay, so when you're signed up for it monthly and it comes out monthly, you do get a roll of foil to put in your stash there. So I really like that. What I'm going to do is just grab some paper. I think we'll get started. I think what I'm going to do is probably some foiling of the little flowers. We're going to foil the sentiment separately from this guy. Now you can always put plates, together if there's something you want to do, and maybe that can work there for you. Different colors of foil, you just run it through different times, then you have like this whole thing. I think I'm going to cut them out though. So we're going to put this on something separate than these, and maybe some inking. I don't generally do that. Sometimes I'll do like watercoloring or something else. So let's do some inking. So let me grab some papers. The smoothest paper that you have is going to work work better. And I'm going to get my Glimmer going, and I'll be right back. Get the Glimmer going, and just whatever foiling machine you have, you can try it out. Of course, foils and plates react differently with different brands, but you can always mix and match them. You just have to figure that out. So I'm going to turn that on. And when this guy's all ready, it'll light up here. So it just takes a couple minutes. So I'm going to leave this to the side here and finish picking out the papers that I want to use. That's warming up. I'm actually going to put it up here just for a minute. It also comes with, of course, its plates. What did I get on here? Something sticky on here I'm going to have to clean off. So we have our plates. And it just depends. I use both plates. I don't know if there's a time where you should just use one of them, but I use both whenever I run them through, so that thickness has always been good. So I'm going to put these to the side for a moment. And I have some white paper, this little green color, which I'm going to use for the sentiment. I'm going to cut it down, that's why I don't care that's like rough. So it's going to be the sentiment paper. Oh my goodness. And then this guy is going to be on this cream colored paper that we will then cut with the die. And I'll do a couple flowers and a couple leaves on white paper. So all I'm going to do is open this up. I need to get one of those little foil cutters that Spellbinders offers. I think it's a nice little thing. Otherwise I have to do this, and then I'm just going to cut it down with a pair of scissors that are nice and clean. The reason I say this is because I cut a lot of foam and things like that, and then some of that stays stuck on your scissors. Then you try to go with this, and it's not great. And I always cut just about what you need, so you can avoid over foiling or anything like that. So like this is about a good amount as I need. And with this one, I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to place it wherever because I don't mind. Now, since I'm placing it right now, I have my plate face down. I have the foil color looking up at me with my paper also on the right side looking at me, because I'm just going to stick this down. But generally, if you're putting this on your plate, you would build it up with the plate looking up at you, the wrong side of the foil facing you, which means the silver side facing you, and then your paper, okay, if you're building it on the plate, because basically you're pushing the color into your paper, so that's what you want to keep in mind when you're doing that. And then these little guys, a lot of times whenever I do foiling, I like to keep things really separate, so I might just do it like that, even if I use the same piece of paper a couple times. But again, I'm just getting it ready here, so again, you know what, this one's bigger, let's put it over here. Paper pushing down into your project. And same thing for this guy, and same thing for this guy. I'll just grab a piece of foil big enough And I'm gonna do this one twice, but for now I'll do it one time here. I have all my plates ready to go. Let's flip that one back over and make sure that's not crinkled under there. And my platform just said it was ready. So we have that. I'm gonna have my Platinum 6 ready to go also. And so I'll start with this guy again. Plate is always touching the heat surface, okay? So I'm gonna flip that over. Make sure that's on there. And I like to put this on here. You can put it on right before you do whatever, and then just press the, oopsie, down here, press this button. It's gonna flash, and when it stops flashing, that means it's ready. Okay guys, and once it stays not flashing there, stays steady, I'm gonna take this out carefully because I did put the plates on there. You don't want them to shift too much. And then I'm taking this over to my Platinum 6. Again, all the machines that this is compatible with are listed there on Spellbinders site. And there you go. And again, a lot of times I like to go back and forth, but I just went the one way this time. And there it is. I am thankful for all you do. Again, I don't mind, however, where it was foiled because I'm just placing the plate. I'm going to cut that out, should I say. Okay, so let's pop this guy back in. And once it says platform ready, when it lights up green, which shouldn't take too long because it's already pretty hot. I do have this guy going. I do have a lot of extra. I mean, if you want to take the time to trim that away, you definitely can do that. I mean, even right now, it's going to be cut away anyway with the die. But let's say you want to use that on another project. You can definitely just trim away as much as you can, because even these little pieces will cut me another flower or another leaf or whatever. So you can always trim those bits and still use this. If I had cut this one nicely, like in a nice shape, I could use this. Especially with those new dies that they have. See, the platform's ready already. But the new dies that they have that will just push this whole thing onto your paper. You know? So then your paper color will come through the lettering and then the coppers all around. Again, plate touching the surface. Very important. And the reason I reiterate that is because I do that all the time. I'll have the plate up here and it presses into the little guy. So I'm going to press the button. And again, let it go. Once it's ready, I'll run it through. I'm going to do that twice because I want two of those. I'll do it twice because I want two of those kind of diamond-like corners. And I'll be back when everything's foiled. Okay, guys, so as I'm going along, you know, I have this piece. I'm cutting the second one. I have these guys, so I'm going through the second batch. I'm just going to cut this off because there's no need to keep the foiled piece going through just in case it reactivates or does something funny. So I'll just cut that away and then run those through again. And keep plugging right along. Tell you it never gets old. So cool. Okay, I'll be back. Hey guys, so I put away my machine and we're gonna do a little inking like I had mentioned. So I have my pieces here. I'm gonna leave the little flowers white. I think they look really cute, just pristine white. And then we have this. If you have any little bit of overfoiling, like that's gonna get cut away, but like within here there might be some like little flaky areas. You can just blow them away, but you can also just bring like an eraser and just gently go over the top. And I don't know if you can see that cleaned it up, made it a little more precise looking. It might happen anyway when we do the inking, because you know I'm gonna use a little scrubby basically to go over that. But what happens is that the Glimmer plates, or those foil type plates, basically it's like a letterpress, so it kind of pushes in a little bit of indentation, and so when you scrub over the top, you really aren't taking off your foiling, you're just taking whatever's foiling that shouldn't be there, right? It's at the surface. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to take some of this brown, and I start off with cream colored paper just because, why not? But I'm going to do a little bit of brown. Should probably just get another handle so I don't have to keep switching. A little bit of green coming in here. I'm going to do green and brown. Some darker, some lighter, whatever it is that you want to do. Just come on in here with that. And if one's going to go up towards the top, while the other one, when you turn these, when you go to use them, you know, one's going to be like this. And then the other one basically under here. I don't know if you can see, it makes like that diamond shape. I know it's hard to tell. So just think about that. So now maybe I'll do green up here and brown at the bottom, or however. So I'm just going to clean it up and bring in some color, just like I did. And I'll be right back. Hey guys, so that's it for both of these. And I'm just going to take, the outer dies. and eyeball that. I can see through there pretty well. I think that'll look good. Of course, place some tape so it doesn't move. Run it through. I'll do the same thing with this guy. And then we have our little guys here. Again, they're kind of asymmetrical, so this area looks really rounded. So I'm thinking that probably goes about there. Yep, and again, just right on there. Oh, and one thing I should say, whenever you do this, don't put your tape on the foil. Try to just get the die, but not so much on the foil, because then you're going to pick your foil up and you don't want to do that. And same thing with this little guy, we can see right through there. And if you want to be super accurate, of course, make yourself a little aperture. Just run it through a little something, scrap piece of paper, so you can see what you're cutting, and then use that scrap to look through so you can do it right. But okay, I'll probably put another piece up here. And I'll be right back. Guys, look at that. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be kind of like just out and about here. Look at that. Right on the edge. Really in here. It looks so clean. Okay, well, I'll cut the other one out and I'll be right back. I cut out my pieces here. I do have this card blank just from my stash. It's 4x6, so it's basically an A4 size card. So I cut a piece of the new mahogany Spellbinders cardstock to 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. I'm going to run it through this guy so we have some texture back there. I think it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to run this through. Again, this is a standard embossing folder, whatever your system does. For the Aqua 6, it's basically the standard base. And if you're using the new system, it'd be the standard base anyway. I don't believe you use the second, like shim, like the platform B or whatever it is. And then just one of your plates, okay? And I'll be back. Gorgeous. You know, you think about using maybe some like gilding wax. That would look really lovely, some gold gilding wax on the. And then again, both the emboss and the deboss side are just gorgeous. I have a little schmutz on this side, so I won't use that side. But you can use either side, and it looks really nice. Now let me put this down here. I'm going to glue this down. And I'll be right back. So I have my little gold pieces, we have our sentiment, and then we have these pieces that essentially will act as a frame. And this is so cool because they, oh my gosh, they think of everything. So I don't know if you can see, I mean, they really just match up pretty well right there. So what I was going to do with this is just place it on here and then cut away the back, since I don't have diamond shaped dies right now, but I know they did come out with some diamond shaped dies with the Glimmer Greetings creations, or collection, should I say. So I'm going to stick it something like that. And then I'm just going to trim away what's extra. So, you know, that's how I'm going to do that. So for right now, it looks like that piece, okay, I already forgot what I was doing. If this piece goes over the top, that's right. So the maple leaf should go over the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put enough glue to hold this down. Not quite at the end, so I can pop the other piece in there. And it's going to be something like that. Let me see where this goes, up on top, and that one maybe a little bit lower. And a little bit straighter. That looks good to me. Okay, so that's there. And then I'm going to put some glue on here. And while this guy goes on top of there, this guy goes underneath. So I'm going to tuck this one just under a little bit. Just match those up. So I'll show you what I mean by matching them up in just a second here. There we go. Sorry if you couldn't see any of that. I just realized I have it down lower. So this piece notches into where that ended. And so over here I did the same thing. I notched the maple leaf or whatever this is into where that ends. And I think that'll look really great. Just trying to make sure it's straight. Okay, I'm going to hold this for a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, so that has set up a pretty good amount. And all I'm going to do is trim away this back part. So I could have done this earlier, but I'm just going to go in here literally with some scissors. And that's why I put the glue just kind of around the very base. Because what I'm going to do is try to trim away as much as I can. Okay, and I'll be back. Just trim away till you can't see it, basically. So you see what I'm doing? It's messy on the back, but that doesn't matter. Okay, I'll be back. Hey guys, that is really pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we can pop this up or stick it down, whatever it is we want to do. I do have these little flowers, and they can go in that little juncture too, where you put those together. But I mean, they fit so nicely together. I don't see any reason to cover it up if you don't, want to. If you want to just put your little flowers wherever. But let's say they were there. I just want to show you close up about how nicely that looks. And then we have also the little sprig, right? So let me see. If we want to use everything today, we can put that there and this little guy. Aww. And then be a little sprig, right? So we do have tons of little pieces. I guess these two are for the sprig. This has these little, maybe centers, I suppose. I don't know. What I'm going to do is cut these from maybe some craft card. That was pretty brown paper right here. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Okay, so I'm going to cut these from this. And then these little guys, I'm going to cut from this gold paper. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my little bits cut. And these guys are really simple. I'll get a little bit closer. The thing is, I hardly ever do a close-up shot. And then I forget how close I am. And then things are outside of where I think they should be. But okay, so we have these little guys. I'm just putting a little bit of glue because they do have like a little hole. And I don't want to put so much glue that it comes out of that hole. And then we have these little, of course I still stuck a little bit out of the hole. It's okay, let me wipe some of that away. And clean that up a little bit. And I'll do the same thing for the second one. So cute. Okay, remembering we're close up. So let's see if we had, oh, that's sweet. Okay, so I think I will just stick this down. Although we can, again, pop it up. But sometimes we want less dimensionality so we can send something pretty easily in the mail, right? So let's just leave this one flat. It has tons of texture. So that's not an issue there. Again, this is a 4x6. Really pretty. Pretty much in the center. And then we're going to have like these little guys in here. Not quite pushing it down yet because I'm not 100% sure. And you can color these in just like I did the other guys if you want to add some color. I just thought it was cute to just be more like this. Haven't quite pushed them down yet. Just putting the glue for now. Cute. Okay. So I'm going to do the exact same thing but over here. Facing down this way. Okay guys, so there's my card. I hope that gave you an idea of how to use those dies even if you don't have a diamond shaped die. I think that came out really well and was super easy to just stick it down. Again, putting the glue right on the edge here so you can trim away the rest. Thanks for watching guys. I mean, I'm just continue to be super impressed with the Glimmer machine. I always link it there in the description box. It goes to Spellbinders is also for Scrapbook and some other places that they carry it. There are a couple different versions. Of course, the one they have in Spellbinders is the 2.0. It doesn't say 2.0 anymore. It's just that's the one. I know sometimes people will say, oh, I found it, at this store for 75 bucks. And it's usually the first one. So if you want the second iteration that is revamped and has all the different goodies that comes with, that's generally what I have linked in the description box. Okay, guys? So thanks for watching. I mean, it just consistently does a great job. You guys have seen me struggle with other ones, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.